Well, what's going on, peeps? It is me, George Teague, one more time with the special edition of Teague's Take today at the TAPPSCON23 in Waco, Texas. Big shout out to everybody from Waco supporting us, allowing us to have this. And I know we've been promoting and putting out that Brian Boselmeyer was going to be on during this hour. He is not because he is in presentation mode right now. But you guys know that because I am an Alabama guy, there's always some kind of way that I gotta sneak in some roll tide people around here. So we went and round up Blake Sanderson
Yes, sir.
with BOOSTR-Digital displays. We got to talk a little bit about Alabama, but we also need to talk about his company and what they're doing and what they can offer you. Because a lot of you that listen to the show are part of schools, your coaches, your athletic directors, your things of that nature. But I don't know, maybe you just want to put one in your backyard because you're very successful and you just want to have your own little home little something. I'm sure they can rig up something to put in your garage as well. So before we start talking about Booster, tell me about this connection that you have with Birmingham, Alabama, and the University of Alabama. What's going on there?
So I did go to Alabama. Currently live in Birmingham, but my whole family went to Alabama. My grandfather coached basketball over there, so through that, just kind of built a love for the university. And then when it became time for me to make my decision, we went and toured the campus and went over there when we had a pretty good run when I was in college. I think we won 4 national championships and 3 SEC championships. And
tell me who your grandfather was.
Wimp Sanderson.
Well, yeah, I know Wimp. So Wimp has been on is a regular on our show that I would say.
Is he really?
He's been on in the past. Well, I guess we had him on in March doing March Madness.
Okay.
And I just saw him not too long ago at the in May at the Hall of Fame.
Oh, really?
Thing in Birmingham.
That's crazy. I'll have to call him and tell him I did this then.
That's right. That's right. So he'll know. And he's a great dude. And, he was there when I was playing as well between 89 and 92. So it was good to be able to go watch some really, really good basketball.
Yeah, they had some good players back then. So they kind of got it rolling now too. So hopefully they can keep it going in the right direction.
That's right. That's right. So what years were you there?
So I was there from 2015 to 2018. I graduated December of 2018. So
some good old football years.
Yeah, I got pretty spoiled. I got pretty spoiled. I got a bunch of buddies that go to school in South Carolina, and they kill me all the time about how spoiled I am, and I don't know how good I have it. And I do. I do know how good I have it. So,
okay. So which one of those teams, before we get into your business stuff, which one of those teams you say was your favorite? I just had this whole debate on which one. I think I had 2015, 2018. Out of the whole decade, I guess. But since you were there in those 4 years, which
my favorite team, honestly, was when Jake Coker was quarterback, just because they started, I guess you would say, poor, lost Ole Miss at home, and was in a dogfight, the next week and all that. And I think that was probably my favorite team, just because no one said they had a chance, and it was kind of the style that Bama fans quote unquote like, give it to Derek about 35 times, let him hit you in the mouth. So that was really probably my favorite team. I know it may not have been the most talented team, but I enjoyed seeing that team kind of grow throughout the season and end up raising the trophy at the end of the year. And my brother-in-law is a big Clemson fan, so it's nice to have that one over him as well.
All right. Well, thank you, Craig. I appreciate it. I think I finally figured out exactly how to do this mic. I had to call JT. So JT, my son, is kind of the technician, the producer of the show. So when I come and do these, I'm always on my own.
Gotcha.
And he's doing the stuff. And so JT was in the background telling me, "Hey, your mic is."
My mic's muted.
No, you're fine.
Okay.
No, I'm just saying that I didn't have it set up right because I'd normally sitting by myself or I have some other different kind of mic set up. So doing the break a little bit early, he got me fixed up. So great, Craig, who's one of our biggest Teague's Take followers, said we sound great.
Awesome.
So I do appreciate it for letting us know, Craig. And it's good that we got an Alabama fan because he's a big, huge Alabama fan. He gave me one of the best Alabama gifts that I have to, just to give Craig a little bit of pub too. It's not a plaid jacket, but it's an Alabama collage jacket that you know how we do it at the games. Awesome. It really look good. So
that's awesome.
He allowed me to borrow it, and somehow I didn't give it back to him. So,
but it's yours now. Statute of limitations is over. It's yours now.
That's right. Okay, so you went to school to do this now, or would you go to
So I went to school for marketing and sales. Don't really use the marketing. I use the sales now. When I got out of school, I didn't really use either of them. I was a general manager at 2 Minute Truck and just kind of wanted a little bit of a change and started working in the high school sports industry. And that's really where I love to be, is on the, with coaches, ADs, administrators, stuff like that. Maybe not necessarily the coaching side of it, but as far as being able to interact with the different administrators in different schools is something I really enjoy doing.
So tell me about this then. So how did you end up with BOOSTR Digital Displays?
So a guy I played high school basketball for, my head basketball coach, very important father figure in my life. He actually owns this company. And he started the company when I was in high school, and it really happened organically. I went to, a tiny little 3A school where football got the bulk of the budget. So he was trying to find a way to, create ad and generate ad revenue for our program so we could get new uniforms and stuff like that. So he built a table in his garage with our assistant coach that just had a TV in the middle and 2 signs on the end, and put it in our gym and sold digital ads on it.
Wow.
And as people started coming in, they started asking where the table was from and how they could get one. So I think they sold like 10 the first year, ended up starting the business, and now we're in over like 5,000 high schools doing indoor and outdoor and stuff like that. So it was really just a coach that needed to boost his athletic budget that ended up growing into a multi-million-dollar business. So
okay, so your home base is considered where?
It's in Tuscaloosa, Alabama. It's technically in Northport, but you know how that is. It's in Tuscaloosa, Alabama is where our big main warehouse is. And we have some sales guys spread out, but we do all the manufacturing and everything in Tuscaloosa.
So what all do you offer then? Because it sounds like you're making a bunch of different things, not just the video screens that are in the at a football stadium, or do you other things?
So we do offer that, but we offer, LED score tables, backlit score tables. We have digital TV monitor score tables, LED banners, big jumbotrons, stuff like that for baseball, softball, basketball, football, wrestling, track. So we really hit up all the plethora of all the high school sports.
Okay. So are there any schools that you can kind of name, whether in Alabama or in Texas, that you guys actually may have some partnerships with? Are you allowed to do that?
Yeah, I can do that. So, here in Texas, we're in Wiley College over in Marshall, the Lubbock Cooper ISD. We have a few tables over there. Lavernia High School has our table. We have so many.
Okay.
Over in Georgia, you got Buford has our score tables, and we have them all over Alabama. Athens High School, Bob Jones, Madison Academy, all those schools. I mean, really all in North Alabama, most in Birmingham, all those schools. So we're pretty all over the place.
I wasn't going to quiz you and tell you to give me 5,000 names like you said, but I think it's just good when people are listening, because I know I ask it as an athletic director,
right?
Of okay, if I wanted to call someone who I want to call.
Yeah, and we normally give a bunch of references for schools in the areas that we're dealing with, so they can call around and kind of form their own opinion on who they want to go with and who they think's the best. So,
all right. Do you know if this is the first time that you guys been at TAPPSCON? I don't know that.
This is the first time we've been to TAPPSCON. We traditionally have gone over to Round Rock for the public school AD conference, but last year it was a little bit slow, and we were like, let's try TAPPSCON. And to be honest, it's been a total home run. Like, we'll definitely be back.
No, we'll
definitely be back.
That's good to hear, and we're glad that you're here, because we have our I don't want to say we're in competition with the UIL, but when you're dealing with our differences in this, and that there are a lot of needs that our private schools have, things like this, tables. How do we upgrade the experience for our fans and for our kids and things of that nature? So I know that we're always looking to do things like this and put things in our school. So we're very grateful that you're here. So how do people find you that may be listening here? Do you got a website, phone numbers, or anything that you might have that you would like to put out here for people to?
Yeah, for sure. So we have a website. Our website is BOOSTR-Displays.com. Just obviously right in the URL space on the internet. We have a full product gallery there as well.
Hold on. Before you do that, you might want to tell them about the booster. Is it spelled?
So yes, thank you. So I actually get on our owner on the time when he was naming the company. He obviously had a lapse in intelligence, and he forgot the E in booster. So it's BOOSTR displays.com, and on there you can find all our different products. We have testimonials, videos about kind of how the product works. We also have a full product gallery with any and all products you can imagine, from football, softball, baseball to all our indoor stuff. So the bulk of our information is on that. Our main office number is 205-523-4644. 4799. So you can call that and we'll be able to give you any information you need. And then we also have an email, support@boosterdisplays.com, that they can email if they want some additional information. We'll make sure you get in touch with the right person. We're going to get back to you. I promise. You're not going to sit on waiting and delivered for 3 or 4 weeks. We're going to get back to you in a timely manner. And really, we have so many products that can fit so many different athletic budgets that we really just need to sit down and kind of understand your needs. And then we can go from there.
That's good. That's good to know. Because we got, at TAPS, or some of our schools are tiny. We do have classifications 1 through 6A, but our 6A schools are basically like a public schools here. And, once you get smaller, so we probably range, even though we may be 1A in ours, we may be equivalent to like a 2A in public school here.
Gotcha.
So I don't know if you've seen those sheets or whatever, but we probably should get you one just so you kind of know about the sizes, because that will affect their budgets and, based upon the enrollment.
And the great thing about these screens is they will over time end up paying for themselves. So the coaches will go out and sell the ads that you can display and scroll on the screen and stuff like that. Most things in athletics, bleachers, uniforms, those are all depreciating assets. But this, you sell ads on it for 5 or 6 years. You're going to, first off, you're going to have it paid off in a year. Then everything you make after that is just profit that you can redirect in your athletic program.
Do you guys have programs in that too to help with fundraising, or is it just the unit?
No, we have a full catalog. We call it Booster University, and it's basically just a 10 to 15 page catalog with just tons of advertising ideas about different ways to go and monetize the screen. So we're very on the forefront of helping people, learn how to advertise and how to go after sponsors. Some schools are super on top of it. Some schools need a little bit of help to get started. But, once you get the first run of ads sold and you're actually displaying them on the screen, it really almost sells itself when you have opposing schools coming in there and they see the table. Those parents even may want to put their business ads on that because they're getting to a whole new demographic of people. So really, I'll often say when people are like, well, how much can we make? It's, well, really, how many people are you willing to go see and sell to? And, it's kind of hard because I have some schools that'll make 50, 60,000 a year, and I have some schools that'll make 5. And really, it's just how they're structuring their advertising program and who they're going to see. So
that's excellent. That's excellent. Well, hopefully it's going very well over there to you in the hall. I don't know what is it. What
they're calling it the exhibit hall. We're booth 34. Booth 34 in the
Dang
exhibit
it!
hall.
I thought if you would have said 31 or 13, I would have been really on point.
I know, we should have changed it. We should have changed it.
You got to make sure you ask for a specific table next time. But it's really good that you guys are here. And, I do know that a lot of us, even us, at JP2, John Paul II High School in Plano is where I'm at.
Okay.
6A private school in Plano, Texas.
How far is Plano from here?
2 hours.
2 hours, that's not bad. Okay.
No, we're Metroplex of Dallas.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah.
So
Gotcha.
Not far at all. It's an easy drive straight down 35, literally, for me to get all the way back to the school. I live a little bit farther north. I live in McKinney.
Okay. Yeah.
There are tons of schools up there, which you probably have some of them too. I heard you talking about Wiley and some other schools. But anyway, there's a hotbed of schools all
there
over
is,
the state of Texas. Is just getting
no shortage of high schools in the state of Texas, that's for sure.
So I already got a little warm spot in this, although I do not have one of their tables at this time or any of their LED screens. I am very happy to have hopefully started to build a new friendship, in the sense that we got an Alabama graduate and a great company. And I even know some of his family members, and knowing Wimp Sanderson and being around there and being able to call and talk to him, because he won't answer his cell phone. But
let me tell you something. He gets mad at me. He says I don't call, but I'm glad we have this on recording. I say I call, you don't answer or call back. So I'm glad you really don't know how much you just helped me. We were arguing about this last week, and I said I call, you don't answer. So granddaddy, you see, it's not just me. No, it's not just me.
No, I hit him on the home line or whatever. So I get it, but it's definitely been a blessing to chat with you a little bit. Anything else you want to share about the company, though, that you think people may want to know if they're just listening to the podcast later and they're looking for something and they're scrolling past and they see Booster Digital displays? What do they need to know?
I would just say the biggest thing that I try to let schools know is, when you see the LED stuff, people often get a little, oh, it's going to be so expensive. It's going to be so expensive. But if you just, let us come to the table and let us talk to you and work through your needs, we really can find a cost affordable product for you that you're going to be able to monetize in the long run and make money for your athletic programs. And, we do free lifetime graphics, free tech support, 24 hours. So we're very big in customer service too. So it's not like, I drop the table off at your high school and you're never going to hear from me again. No, we're going to be with you every step of the way until you're comfortable and you feel like you've sold enough ads and the functionality of your product is doing exactly what you have to do. And we're going to be checking in from time to time. And we really understand the importance of digital advertising and being able to make money for your athletic program, because, our owner was a high school basketball coach with a very small academic budget. So I think we have a little bit better understanding of what coaches need and what their wants are and kind of what they're looking for, just because we've all been in the industry and kind of understand what's going on.
Excellent. Well, just side note, since you brought it up, do you guys do anything? I know you're talking about the tables and the board, but have you guys done anything in school? So say like maybe JP2 wants to have a bunch of screens that are all interconnected through the school to do announcements or
as far as,
like that.
Screening a gym and screening, let's say the auditorium that sync together, we haven't done necessarily something like that, but we do have screens that are in the same gym that sync together on one laptop. So if you wanted to have it on different sides of the floor, you could definitely do that. But as far as different sections of the school, that's not something we've gotten into. Not to say we wouldn't dive into and look at that if that's something you were interested in. It's just not something we've come across yet.
I was just curious. I just wanted to bring it up just in case somebody was interested in, doing something like that, if at all possible. Okay. Well, hey man, I'm really glad that you jumped on with me for a little bit and come to talk about the great company and also talk about a great university.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
That we have. So I'm going to be back down there. I hadn't told everybody yet, but I do plan on. I got to go back for the Texas game for sure.
Yeah.
Just because you're there, I can't miss that. But I don't have my full schedule of every game I'll be back at. So are you in Northport in Tuscaloosa too, or are you based somewhere else?
I live in Birmingham. I go down to the office a couple days a week. I moved to Birmingham last July, so I just have a little bit more friends up there. I can do most of my stuff remotely, so they're okay with me making the transition. I do have season tickets to Alabama football though, so I'm back down there on Saturdays watching the Tide. So
well, then we'll have to catch up. I have to catch up with you in Birmingham, and I know you got a expense card over there with BOOSTR-Digital Display, so I might need a little lunch or something.
Let us know. We can make it happen. Coach, I'm sorry, we're going to take him to lunch.
Anyway, all right. Well, it's been another great episode. Thank you, guys. Hey, please make sure you stop by these booths. Look them up. The website is BOOSTR-Displays.com. Displays.com. What the heck happened there?
I think it cut out.
Okay. Because I ran out of time. BOOSTRDisplays.com. Let me try to get this off screen real fast. With no E. Okay. And then just go check them out, man. It'll be good. It's been good talking with him. We're going to call it a day. The next show that I'm going to be on is at 1:30. So everybody take a break, go eat some lunch, and I'll get back to you soon. Peace.
I appreciate it.